प्रस्तुत करते हैं युवाओं के लिए कार्यक्रम युवा वाणी। आज युवा वाणी कार्यक्रम के तहत सुनिए राष्ट्रीय अंतरिक्ष दिवस 2024 के विषय पर आज के युवा वाणी कार्यक्रम का पहला प्रसारण। कार्यक्रम की संचालिका हैं बम्बूसा लाइब्रेरी से दीप्ति कुरुप। प्रतिभागी हैं नाजांग वांगसा, मुस्कान से मिट्टी, प्राची चंदा, चेरा नित्या और दिसिमसी आपा।
Hello everyone. Welcome to our special Yuvavani program dedicated to National Space Day. I am Deepti Kurup of Bambusa Library, Tezu, and with me are
Prachi Chanda,
Najang Wangnao,
Chera Nikya,
Muskan Simiti,
and Disimsi Appa.
Today, we are celebrating National Space Day, a day dedicated to remember India's outstanding achievements in space science. And these studies have helped us not only to explore space, but also in a wide variety of various fields such as telephone connectivity, metallurgy, television, radio, tele-education, banking, navigation, telemedicine, global communication, climate studies, flood control, medicine and public health, food and nutrition, and traveling. The satellites of our space centers have been helping us in areas such as agriculture, fisheries, weather forecasting, land resource management, wasteland and river water management, urban and rural development, search, rescue and disaster management. Can we even imagine our lives without these facilities? So this day, we remember and salute the scientists, engineers and visionaries who have pushed the boundaries of what we know about space today. India has made remarkable progress in space exploration with missions like Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan capturing the world's attention. These achievements showcase India's growing capabilities in space technology. National Space Day is also a time to inspire the younger generation to dream big. The sky is no longer the limit. By learning about space, we open up endless possibilities for future exploration and discoveries. Listeners, who will you remember when we talk of India's space programs? Yes, he is Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, father of India's space programs. He was a brilliant scientist and builder of great science institutions. Let us know more about Dr. Vikram Sarabhai from Prachi Chanda.
Hello listeners. On this special Space Day, let's first pay our salutation to Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, who put India on the world space map. A great Indian who dared to dream of space. When even aeroplanes were few in the country, in the 1960s, the superpowers America and Russia were competing to put the first man into space. A young scientist in India too had a bold idea. Why not India too? That scientist was Vikram Sarabhai. And thanks to him, we now have ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization, which conducts all India's space missions. Sarabhai's story is one of sheer determination. A brilliant physicist, he excelled in whatever he did. He founded ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization, in 1969, which today is a global space giant. His efforts led to the launching of India's first satellite, Aryabhatta, in 1975. Dr. Sarabhai was not only a space scientist, he founded so many scientific institutions in our country, like the very famous Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, and the Physical Research Laboratory. And his visions did not stop there. He believed in science for the people. That's why he helped set up the Community Science Center in Ahmedabad that conducts several popular science programs for youth. It was because of his efforts the site experiment was run in India. Thus people in several states of India could see free educational and agriculture TV programs in their own mother languages during 1975. he had dreamed of India's own TV programs. Today, as we celebrate Space Day, we honor Vikram Sarabhai, perhaps the most brilliant scientist in the independent India. His story reminds us that with vision, determination and courage, even the sky is not the limit. It's just the beginning.
Dear friends, have you ever wondered what it takes to turn dreams into reality? Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, lovingly known as the Missile Man of India, did just that. Born in a humble coastal town, who could have imagined that this boy would one day become a key architect of India's space and missile programs? Here is Najam Wangnao presenting a talk on Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Listeners, when we talk of space, how we cannot remember Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Known as the Missile Man of India, Dr. Kalam was not only a brilliant scientist but also a leader who touched the heart of millions. Born on October 15, 1931, in the famous temple town of Rameswaram in Tamil Nadu, Dr. Kalam faced many challenges early in life. In spite of being a son of poor parents, he never gave up on his dreams of learning and exploring the mysteries of science. How many of us will be ready to get up at 4 a.m. to go distributing newspaper on a bicycle before going to school? In spite of such hard work, he studies hard to become one of India's most respected scientists. His life is nothing short of inspiration for generations. Dr. Kalam's contributions to India's space and missile programs are legendary. He played a key role in developing ballistic missiles like Agni and Prithvi, earning him the title Missile Man of India. But did you also know that he helped launch India's first satellite Rohini into orbit in 1980? He inspired his team of scientists to make India become a global leader in space exploration. In 2002, Dr. Kalam was elected as the President of India. As the people's president, he was loved for his humility, wisdom. Whenever he went, he addressed and interacted with youth. His talks were inspiring to the youth. Even after he was no more the president, he continued to teach, write, and reach out to students, encouraging them to dream big and work hard. Dr. Kalam was not just a scientist. In his free time, he learned to play veena and became an expert veena player. Dr. Kalam's life teaches us that with determination, focus, effort, and integrity, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve greatness. He still lives on in the heart of millions of Indians. His life reminds us to never stop learning and to always work for a brighter future. As we celebrate Space Day today, let's ask ourselves, what can we do to follow in his footsteps, and how can we inspire others just as he inspired us?
Friends, united we stand, divided we fall. This was Dr. Sarabhai's philosophy for all research in ISRO. We work as a team to succeed. But it was Dr. Brahma Prakash, the first director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, who implemented it successfully with his team. With his fondness for his junior scientists, he inspired them as a great united team. You can learn about this leader of ISRO from Disemsi Appa.
Hello listeners. For the success of any generation, active participation of every member is important. Only when teamwork is smooth, we can succeed. This is very important today in scientific research. It was Dr. Brahma Prakash, the first director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, who popularized such teamwork in ISRO. A brilliant metallurgist and teacher, he was also a very successful manager. He could come to help even in the junior-most members of VSSC. After his brilliant studies in US in metallurgy, Dr. Brahma Prakash returned to India in 1949. He was chosen by Dr. Homi Bhabha to join as a scientist in the atomic energy department. He was also a professor in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. In 1972, Professor Brahma Prakash took over as director of the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, Thiruvananthapuram. He remains as his popular director till 1979. At that time, ISRO was just coming up. He was a brilliant manager and was very kind to all his staffs and scientists. He remained a member of a space commission till he passed away in 1972. The nation honored him with Padma Shri in 1961 with Padma Bhushan in 1968. Dr. Brahma Prakash friendly and supportive nature helped to make VSSC a dynamic organization as it is today.
India's space program has also groomed many women as brilliant scientists. One of these most inspiring women scientists is Dr. Tessie Thomas, the missile woman of India. Dr. Tessie Thomas has played a major role in shaping India's defense and space technology. But how did she achieve so much? What makes her life so extraordinary? Let's listen more about her remarkable life from Muskan Se Mitti.
Friends, wondered if there is a missile woman of India? Yes, there is. She is Dr. Tessie Thomas, a great scientist in the field of missile technology. She was the first woman in India to head a missile project. Dr. Tessie Thomas is renowned for her leadership on Agni series of missile, particularly Agni 4 and Agni 5. Tessie Thomas was born in Kerala in a modest family, but she developed a fascination for science and technology from a young age. Imagine a young girl in the 1970s dreaming of launching rocket, but she did just that. Dr. Tessie Thomas did her PhD in missile guidance, which made her an expert in the field, a field where few women had ventured before. But why does India want this missile? Agni 4 is an intermediate range ballistic missile and Agni 5 is an intercontinental ballistic missile. Both are crucial to India's defensive stage. Dr. Tessie Thomas' leadership in the successfully test firing these missiles earned her widespread recognition. She has won the prestigious Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence in Public Administration, Academics and Management for her work on missile. Dr. Tessie Thomas says that any woman can overcome societal and professional challenge with perseverance, hard work and a focus on her goal. An inspiring message for all of us, especially for young girls students of science. The story of Dr. Tessie Thomas inspiring young girls to dream big and pursue career in science, technology, engineering and mathematics.
When did India start our space programs? From where? Today, where are India's main space centers located? Here is Dipti Kurup sharing with us interesting details of the space map of India.
India's journey into space exploration is nothing short of extraordinary, reflecting the passion, perseverance, and vision by our space scientists. Fortunately, they also received full backing and financial support from our leaders. On National Space Day, let's take a quick look at the important space centers and agencies in our country. It is these centers that are propelling the country to new heights in space exploration. ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization, is a driving force behind India's space research. It was established by Dr. Vikram Sarabhai on August 15, 1969 and has its headquarters at Bangalore. ISRO has made remarkable progress starting with the launch of India's first satellite, Aryabhatta, in 1975. Today, ISRO is a reputed center of space missions among all nations. It is well known globally for its innovative and cost-effective programs. With the Mars Orbiter mission, ISRO made India the first Asian nation to reach Mars orbit. ISRO has many centers across the country, each contributing uniquely to India's space mission. Our nearest ISRO center is in Shillong. Here are some important ISRO centers. Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, VSSC, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. It is the leading center for developing launch vehicles and spacecrafts. This is India's oldest space center, started in a small seashore village, Tumba, near Thiruvananthapuram. Eminent scientists like Dr. Kalam had worked here. U.R. Rao Satellite Center, URSC, Bengaluru, Karnataka. Established in 1972, URSC, once known as ISRO Satellite Center, it is the heart of India's satellite programs. It designs and builds satellites for communication, Earth observation, etc. Space Application Center, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. SAC focuses on applying space technology for benefit of society, like for remote sensing and communication satellites. A lot of educational TV programs were prepared and telecast across India here during 1990s. Other than ISRO, government has also set up some other agencies to contribute to space studies. They are Antrix Corporation Limited, Bengaluru, Karnataka. Antrix is the commercial arm of ISRO. It is responsible for promoting and marketing ISRO's products and services globally. National Remote Sensing Center, NRSC, Hyderabad. It is the data bank of ISRO. NRSC supports various sectors in India by providing vital information received from remote sensing satellites. National Atmospheric Research Laboratory, NARL, Gadanki, Andhra Pradesh. NARL conducts research in atmospheric sciences crucial for understanding climate and weather patterns. Northeastern Space Applications Center, Umiam, near Shillong. It extends the benefit of space technology to the northeastern region of India. The Satish Dhawan Space Center, SDSC at Sriharikota, is the country's primary space port. From here, rockets are launched that carry satellites to space. The Liquid Propulsion Systems Center, LPSC, in Thiruvananthapuram and Bengaluru developed the engines that powered these rockets. The story of Indian space progress is a matter of pride for all of us. From launching the first satellite to reaching the Mars, India's space centers are conducting pioneering work. You can read about these achievements in famous books written by space scientists. Some of these books are Wings of Fire by Dr. Kalam, India's Space Adventure by Biman Basu, ISRO, A Personal Story by R. Aramudan, ISRO, Genesis and Journey by Dr. B. R. Nagendra, and Vikram Sarabhai, Amar Chitrakatha. The dedicated work of scientists, engineers and missionaries and their achievements inspire not just Indians but people around the world. They show us that with vision and hard work, the sky is not the limit. Dear friends, didn't we all dream of going to Chandamama when we were all small? Today, Indian scientists have proved that it will no more be a dream. Chandrayaan missions 1, 2 and 3 have successfully landed Indian space equipments on Moon and providing us lot of information about Moon. Listen to Levanchera to know about Chandrayaan.
Listeners, people across India have been singing songs to children about Chandra Mama and going to visit Chandra Mama. So imagine our people's excitement in 2008 when India's very first moon mission Chandrayaan-1 was launched. It was a historic day for all people of India. And the Chandrayaan could discover water on the moon. This was a great discovery. It showed that the moon had hidden resources and one day men could dream on living on moon. Chandrayaan-1 also mapped the entire surface of the moon, giving scientists a treasure trove of data about our closest neighbor. In 2019, we had Chandrayaan-2. This mission was aimed for the moon's south pole, an area never explored before. Its orbiter, equipped with a unique 3D imaging system, provided scientists a lot of details about the lunar surface. It could helping men understand the moon like never before. In 2023 came Chandrayaan-3. Again, India made a history with a successful soft landing near the moon's south pole. The lander and rover are now exploring the uncharted territory. It has been moon's south pole and only the fourth to achieve a soft landing on the moon. Friends, as we celebrate the National Space Day, let's cheer this wonderful mission and the ISRO scientists behind them. The adventure on the moon continues. Who knows? One of our young listeners may land on the moon one day.
Listeners, let's end with a beautiful song to pay our tributes to our Missile Man of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. It is sung by our today's participants.
Shrid Haril Gur Sindh Pukare Kalam Kalam Salam Salam Jarshit Jangan Garvit Man Kalam Kalam Salam Salam Kalam Kalam Salam Salam Kalam Kalam Salam Salam Desh Naman Tujh Karta Shan Shan Kalam Kalam Salam Salam हे नतमस्तक सागर संगम कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम दिल में सोना जब दमकेगा तब आदम इंसा होगा जिस घर में इंसा बसते हो वो घर जग रोशन होगा दिल से दिल तक राह बना ले घर तीरथ मंदिर होगा कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम.
Friends, this Yuvavani show on National Space Day could only touch few aspects of India's space achievements. The hard work of our scientists has brought progress to the nation in several fields. We should be proud of their dedication and teamwork. It made ISRO a very famous institution. We hope what we shared on this Yuvavani inspire everyone, especially our young listeners, to dream big. Remember, the more we learn about space, the more we can achieve together. Let's keep learning more about India's great progress in different scientific fields. Listeners, thank you for joining us on this special Yuvavani. I am Deepti Kurup from Bambusa Library signing out. Happy listening on Akashvani, Tezu.
श्रोताओं, अभी आप सुन रहे थे राष्ट्रीय अंतरिक्ष दिवस 2024 के विषय पर आज का यह युवावाणी कार्यक्रम का पहला प्रसारण। कार्यक्रम की संचालिका थी बम्बुसा लाइब्रेरी तेजू से दीप्ति कुरुप। प्रतिभागी थे नाजांग वांगनाओ, मुस्कानसी मिट्टी, प्राची चंदा, चेहरा नित्या और दिसिमसियापा। इसी के साथ ही कार्यक्रम युवावाणी यही समाप्त होता है।